Yo guys, this is going to be like a quick video on reason. Like, the topic of this video is going to be about reason. I can't feel like bits of rain falling down on me now. Look at the green, look at this. If you watch some of my other videos, you notice that these were like the leaves on this like type of bush thing was like kind of like more like orangey, and it was like kind of the leaves, they've turned green now, and they were like more like rotted out. They were like brownish like this here, and they turned like fucking green. Anyway, hello guys, the topic of this video now is going to be about like reason. I really want to talk about reason. What is reason? What do I get? What am I getting at with this with the topic of this video? Because the topic of this video is going to be about like reason as in like the intellect, using our intelligence. Like, reason is like something. What do I mean by reason? It's kind of like a little bit vague. Look at the, you can tell like the seasons are changing because look at all the greenery around me, man. Look at all the greenery around me. The topic of this video is going to be about like reason. What am I getting at now with this video? What am I getting at with this video? Because like the topic of this video is going to be about like reason. Look at that building. They're doing some construction work on my apartment block, my flat. That's interesting, isn't it? Look at this. I show you it. Nah, I show you it. I show you it. Construction work. Fucking school time, man. There we are, guys. You see it? Construction work. You see that construction work? Construction work. Show you. Oh, look at that. There we are. I'm doing construction work on my apartment. Shit. Doing the construction work on my apartment. Let's get on to the discussion, guys. Doing construction work on it. Did you see that? They're doing like construction work on my apartment. Fucking, it's kind of, oh, that's so annoying to me. Did you see that? They're doing like construction work on my apartment. They create like all that scaffolding. That's kind of like a big fat side tangent. That's not really even relevant to the topic of this video, because the topic of this video is going to be like a reason. The topic of this video is going to be about like reason. What am I getting at now? Reason, like, what is reason? I just want to show. I don't know why I showed you that. I just want to. It's kind of like a nuisance. It's kind of been irritating me as well. I had to, like, you know what I had to do? I had to like literally put like black like I had to literally like put garbage bags around on my windows, because these guys, they were doing their construction work. They keep like fucking they keep peeping into like into my room. Bird. Oh, shit. Anyway, the topic of this video is going to be about like reason. What is reason? What am I getting at? What like reason is like, well, the topic of this video is reason, and this video is so important because reason is what helps us human beings understand the world around us. Reason is like how you reach the truth, how you find like the ultimate truth and the ultimate reality, reason, etc. and stuff. And reason is like so important. The topic of this video is going to be about like reason. Why am I making this video? Because it's like so important that we as human beings, we understand like what is the truth, and the only way we can figure out what is the truth is by like understanding like what is reason, what this whole concept of reasoning. What does this word mean? Reason is like us human beings, we put two and two together and we figure out what's actually true and logical stuff that makes sense. That's what reason. Obviously you can go into like Google. You can go on Google and you can find like more Oxford dictionary definitions and etc. and stuff like that. But reason is basically when us human beings, we put two and two together and we figure out what is like logical and true. That's what reason is, us human beings. Reason is like kind of related to logic. Anyway, it's like sort of like philosophical philosophy, etc. and stuff like that. Reason is like when we put us human beings, we put two and two together and we figure out like what is the ultimate truth, the ultimate reality. Damn, I love going outside to film these videos. It really tests how because you know what, it's so easy to make videos inside of your house. Going outside like this, when people are looking at you, that's like, it really tests your limits. It puts you out of your comfort zone. I do encourage you guys to get out of your comfort zone, to go outside more, engage more with the world. Never stay inside of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone, that's what's gonna like ruin your your development as a human being, as a person. Your comfort zone's going to get wrecked. Anyway, but like reason. Anyway, the topic of this video is reason. Reason is like so important. Now, us human beings, what is reason? Reason is when us human beings, we put two and two together, and we try and figure out what is the truth, the ultimate reality. And that's very difficult, though. It is very difficult to put two and two together. There's so many like falsehood, like lies, misinformation, etc., and stuff like that. What is reason? Reason is when us human beings, we put two and two together, and we try and figure out what is the ultimate truth, the ultimate reality. Reason is like, it's so important that us human beings, you as well, whoever's watching this video, you become very familiar with like the whole concept of like reason and logic and like and intellectualism, etc., and stuff like that. I do feel like very faint like amount of rain falling down on me, man. I feel like a very faint amount of rain on me, man. Like a very faint amount of rain falling down on me. Fucking hell. Hopefully it's not going to get too extreme. Hopefully I can just quickly bang this video out. Anyway, reason is like when us human beings, we put two and two together and we try and figure out like what is the ultimate reality, the ultimate truth. Reason is like very much important and very much needed. We can't like reason. Again, how do you define this word reason? Reason is, again, when us human beings, we put two and two together and we figure out what is the truth, the ultimate reality, the truth with a capital T. Reason is like very much important and needed for us human beings and for the development of our species. Reason that we as human beings, we use our brains and we figure out like what is like the truth, the ultimate reality, and etc. and stuff. Reason is like so important, so important. Reason, we put two and two together and we figure out what is the ultimate truth, the ultimate reality. Reason. A lot of reason, like, it's very difficult sometimes to find out what is the ultimate truth, the ultimate reality. A lot of the times, a lot of the cases, like a lot of us human beings, we get taken down the wrong path, we get misled, misinformed and stuff, we get the wrong information given to us, and that kind of like ruins us. And this is why it's so important that you properly understand this whole concept of like reason and logic and faith, and you become like an intellectual and stuff like that and use your brain power. Reason is like so important. Like, it relates to enlightenment, intellectualism. The topic of this video is like reason. You need to be very familiar with like the whole concept of like reason and intellectualism and etc. and stuff like that. But again, in a nutshell, what does the word reason, what am I talking about anyway? Reason, like, us humans, reason, like, obviously word definitions, like reason, that can be like so many, that this word can mean so many different types of things. Reason, you can like what reason, like, it can be like you can see this word as being like an explanation. Reason, like, what reason are you, like, you're hitting me? Why is this? What's the reason for you hitting me? Like, reason, it can translate to like explanation. I mean, like, when I'm saying this like word reason, I mean like as in like the age of reason, as in intellectualism. I'm using this word in like in the sense of like intellectualism and etc. and stuff like that. Reason as in regards to like intellectualism, not like as in like, oh, you're hitting me, what reason are you, what reason is there for you to hit me, like something like, because it's always, when I make these types of videos, it's so difficult because like word definitions are so tricky, and there's like so many different types of words, definitions for like words. Word definitions are so like difficult to come. Need to, are they getting too yellow? I actually was like kind of slacking off. I wasn't really even properly brushing my teeth. Oh, fuck, I need to get onto that ASAP, man, when I get back home. Guys, never neglect your oral health. Oh, my teeth getting yellow, I don't know. I don't want to keep like fucking giving side tangents. What do I mean by reason? I'm talking about intellectualism, as in the age of reason, intellectualism. And I wonder if it like kind of relates to like France and the French Revolution. Nah, not the French Revolution, but like all this intellectualism. It was going on in France, obviously. Was France the only place where all of this intellectualism was going on? It was pretty much France, maybe England. There's some other places too, maybe perhaps like Europe in general, but anyway. Age of reason, man. Reason is like so important that you become like an intellectual. You become an intellectual and you utilize your mental faculties to figure out what is the ultimate reality, the ultimate world around us, the ultimate truth with a capital T. Reason is so important that us human beings, we become very familiar with this whole like with this like concept of like reason, especially in regards to like intellectualism. Reason is like so important. Anyway, Especially, I'm talking, what do I mean by reason? Like in regards to like intellectualism. Reason is so important. Especially in regards to like intellectualism. The age of reason, something similar to that intellectualism. That's what I'm talking about, because obviously reason, this word, you can see it as like being like, there's so many word definitions, reason, it can kind of link to like you hit me, what reason is there for this? Like, in this word, like it can mean like as in like explanations, like what reason is there for you to hit me? Like, but I'm talking about like in regards to like intellectualism. That's what I mean in regards to like intellectualism and stuff. Reason, especially regarding like the human intellect and stuff, and intellectualism. That's what I mean. Anyway, but what again? I don't want to keep wasting time on like word like defining this word reason. Why is this like whole like concept of like reason and etc. And why is the age of reason? All these types of like things to do with intellectualism. Why is that important? Because without like intellectualism, without like reasoning and reasons and stuff like that, in regards to like intellectualism, us human beings, we are merely like animals. We are like simply, just quite honestly, we're just simply animals without intellectualism, without like the human being using his mental faculties. We are simply animals. We are like literally without intellectualism and reasoning and etc. and reason and stuff, and like us human beings using our mental faculties, we are, to reach enlightenment, we are literally no different from like typical like animals in the animal kingdom, like lions, gazelles, you name it. We're no different from these other types of creatures on this planet. The only thing that sets us human beings apart from all of these other types of creatures and animals is the fact that us human beings, we are gifted with like the intellect. We can use our brains and we can reach enlightenment and stuff, and we can figure out the ultimate world, the ultimate reality around us. Reason, intellectualism, that is like what really sets us human beings apart from the rest of the animal kingdom. Reason us human beings, we have these big brains and we can like reach enlightenment. No other animal can do that, and that's why the topic of this video is so important. The topic of this video is like reason. Us human beings, it's very important that we utilize our brains and we become like enlightened and we try and reach enlightenment. Intellectualism is like super important. The fact that we as human beings, we use our brains and we try and like reach like enlightenment, etc. and stuff. Intellectualism, that's the whole point of this video. Reason, because I know what you guys are thinking. Reason, like, what do you mean by that? I mean like intellectualism. Obviously it's kind of very tricky sometimes to like define, to properly like give you like good word definitions. I'm talking about intellectualism. That's the whole like topic of this video. Like the whole point of this video is about intellectualism. I really want to help you guys to like to use your mental faculties and to become more enlightened, basically, anyway. But intellectualism, the topic of this video is reason. Us human beings, the fact that we have big brains and we can use our big brains to reach enlightenment, that is so important. But the only way we're going to reach enlightenment is if we fucking we put two and two together and we embrace like intellectualism and we use our brains to reach enlightenment. Yeah, it's raining, man, isn't it? Fucking hell. It's fucking raining, isn't it? We have to, like, as human beings, we have to reach enlightenment, but the only way we can do that is by fucking, otherwise if you don't want to reach enlightenment, if you just want to stay like typical and ordinary, we're no different from the rest of the animal kingdom. The only thing that sets us human beings apart from all of the other animals on this planet is the fact that we have big brains and we use our big brains to become enlightened, to reach enlightenment. That is so like important for us human beings, that we use like enlightenment. We use our big brains and we become like enlightened, and we try and reach enlightenment anyway. Reason, the whole point of this video is that us human beings, we use our big brains and we become more intellectually inclined. If you aren't going to consider like reasoning and intellectualism and etc., you're going to be fucking lost, man. You're going to be no different from like a typical fucking animal. You're going to be like a fucking wild animal, man. A wild animal. You'll be like no different from like a wild animal. No different from like a wild animal and etc. and stuff like that. The only reason that us human beings were like so far ahead of all the other animals on this planet is because we have big brains and we use our big brains to become very intellectually inclined and stuff. Intellectualism, that's like the whole point of this like video. intellectualism, etc. and stuff. That us human beings, we use our big brains and we become more enlightened, more illuminated as well. Without us human beings, without us using our intellects and big brains, we are literally no different from like all the other types of animals on this planet. That's the only thing that sets us human beings apart from all the other types of animals on this planet, is that we are like very interested in like intellectualism, and we try and like reach enlightenment. We aren't just like stuck on the ground, mundane, ignorant and retarded. Most of the, like literally all the other life forms on this planet, they're just fucking they're so ignorant and dumb and lost, and they can't really even attempt to become intellectual. They're stuck in like ignorance, where as us human beings, we are very intellectually gifted, we're very intellectually inclined. Birds, man, I love being outside, man. Definitely, guys, I encourage you guys to like get out more and to get fresh air. Definitely encourage you guys to get out more and get fresh air. Anyway, here's my face. Anyway, intellectualism is like so important, guys. It's the only thing that sets us human beings apart from all the other animals on this planet. Intellectualism, reasoning, the age of reason, etc. That's also what I'm really want to think about, right, in France, because I know all of this intellectualism was coming out of France, maybe a couple of the other European countries, but perhaps maybe specifically France. Intellectualism is like very interesting. As human beings, we use our big brains and we like try and reach for the stars, for enlightenment. It feels great to be out, man. I'm telling you, you guys, you gotta get out of your comfort zones. You gotta like get some fresh air in you and stuff. Definitely, it's gonna improve your like mental health. Definitely, for sure. That's a big side tangent, though. Reasoning. Why should you care about reason and intellectualism and whatever? Because without us human beings using our big brains, without us human beings being intellectual, we are like literally no different from all the other types of creatures and organisms and life forms on this planet. We are no different from like all the other creatures and species of creatures and types of things on this planet. The only reason as human beings we are like so like far ahead of all the other creatures and stuff like that is because of like it is specifically because of like us human beings, like we're very intellectual and etc. and stuff. It is primarily because we're interested in like intellectualism and etc. and stuff. That's why we're so like far ahead of all the other. That's why we're like so far ahead. Far ahead of all the other types of animal species, etc. on this planet. It's because of intellectualism and stuff like that, and reasoning. Oh shoot. What the hell? Anyway. The reason us human beings were so like far ahead of all the other creatures and organisms on this planet is because of intellectualism and us human beings using our big brains to try and reach enlightenment. That's why this video is so important. That's why you should care about reason and intellectualism and etc. Is because without these types of things, we're no different from all the other types of animals on this planet. We are literally no different from all the other types of animals on this planet. Intellectualism is like what really sets us apart from all the other types of animals on this planet, etc. and stuff. Intellectualism and stuff. That's what really sets us apart from all the other types of animals on this planet. Without intellectualism, we are like no different from all the other types of creatures and organisms, etc. on this planet. Intellectualism. That's what really sets us apart. Ooh, look at the back there, guys. Showing you around. Showing you around here. Intellectualism is so important. It's one of the things that sets us apart from all the other animals on this planet. Anyway, that's it about it for now. Take one complete. Take one complete. Take two. Anyway, guys. So anyway, the topic of this video is going to be about like reasoning. Well, what am I getting at by reason? Intellectualism and etc. and stuff like that. Intellectualism is like the whole point of this video. The whole point of this video is like about intellectualism. You should see cars in the back there, man. Intellectualism and etc. and stuff. That's the whole point of this video. Why is that important? Why am I talking about like intellectualism and reasoning etc. and stuff like that? It's because without like intellectualism and reasoning and etc. and stuff, us human beings are like no different from like all the other types of animals on this planet, etc. and stuff. We're like literally no different from like all the other types of creatures and animals on this planet. It's like intellectualism. That's like what's really important. That's what's like really important. Intellectualism, etc. and stuff. Without like intellectualism and everything, like, we're literally no different from all the other animals and creatures on this planet. Intellectualism is so like crucial and important. It's the only thing that separates us from like all the other types of creatures and animals on this planet. On like intellectualism and stuff like that. That's the only thing that separates us human beings from all the other types of animals on this planet. Intellectualism. It's the only thing that separates us human beings from all the other types of animals on this planet. I feel water going on my head, man. Intellectualism and reasoning and etc. Us human beings using our mental faculties to become more enlightened. That's what's like really crucial and important. Without that, we're literally no different from like all the other types of animals on this planet. Without us human beings, without us using our intellectual faculties and etc. and stuff, we are literally no different from all the other types of creatures and animals on this planet. We're literally no different from all the other types of animals on this planet. Intellectualism, that's the only thing that separates us from all the other types of creatures on this planet. It really makes you wonder though, in regards to like intellectualism. In regards to intellectualism, like, why is it that only us human beings are like very like caring about like intellectualism and reasoning etc. and stuff like that? Why is it that like no other type of animal or organism that we know of on this planet cares about these sorts of things? I think that's honestly because of the fact that like all the other animals and stuff, their cognitive power isn't that like great. Most of the animals on this planet are sort of more or less brain dead. More or less. I know that sounds derogatory. Maybe perhaps dolphins and chimps are like kind of on the same level as us human beings, but like more or less, like most of the animals on this planet are kind of more or less brain dead. Even if that sounds like very degrading and mean and derogatory. More or less, most of the animals on this planet are kind of like more or less brain dead, etc. and stuff. More or less, most of the animals are kind of more or less like brain dead, etc. and stuff like that. More or less, like, I don't know. Most of the animals on this planet are kind of like more or less brain dead. I think only a couple of animals. I think only like a handful of animals have like any type of great intellectual abilities. I think most of the animals on planet Earth are kind of like brain dead. I think literally the majority of animals on planet Earth are kind of like brain dead. It's kind of like a tragedy. It's sort of like a tragedy, I don't know. Like a lot of, like most of the animals on this planet, they're sort of like more or less brain dead. most of the animals on this planet are kind of like more or less brain dead. And it's kind of very interesting though. Why is it that only us human beings, like, we're very caring about like intellectualism and etc and stuff like that? We're caring about like intellectualism and etc. Why is that? Why is that? It's because, I don't know, it's kind of, isn't that interesting? Why is it that only us human beings are like caring about intellectualism and etc and stuff? No other type of animal cares about these types of intellectual endeavors. What's going on? Why is that the case? Why is that like? Why? Oh, it's fucking raining. I feel like I see very faint amounts of rain. Raindrop on the camera lens. Oh, that's gonna suck ass, isn't it? It's gonna make it so difficult to properly bang out this video later on anyway. To properly make this video, not bang out. Usually that's only like when I'm editing the video anyway, but anyway. Yeah, the rain's picking up, man. It's fucking getting more intense. The wind's blowing, man. Fucking hell. Still though, I gotta keep like fucking continuing on with this video, the production of this video. Why is it that only us human beings, we seem to care about like intellectualism and reason and etc and stuff? Most of the other, oh sweet, there's like a cat, man. Let's sing back. You see that cat in the distance there? Very interesting. Anyway, got a little friend sit in the back. I don't know. Why is it that only us human beings, we care about like intellectualism and becoming like cognitively advanced and etc and stuff like that, and caring about like reason and etc and intellectualism? Why is it that no other animal cares about these types of things? Most of the other animals, they just seem like they were more or less like ignorant, etc and stuff like that. Most of the animals on this planet are sort of more or less like brain dead. I don't know. Why is that though? Why is it that like most of the animals on planet Earth, like they're more or less brain dead, etc and stuff like that? Why is that? The rain's really picking up storm, man. Little kitty in the back. I wonder why that cat is sitting there, man. Probably if I try and approach it, it's probably gonna run away. Why is it that most of the animals on this planet are kind of like more or less brain dead, etc and stuff? Why is it that most of the animals on planet Earth are like more or less brain dead? There's a cat in the back. Why is it that more or less, like, why are like most of the animals on planet Earth brain dead? It's kind of very interesting to carefully think about that. Why is it that most of the animals on this planet are kind of like brain dead? Why is it that only as human beings we care about like intellectualism and like reason and etc and stuff? Yeah, it's starting to pick up rain. The rain's really getting more pronounced and tougher, man. There's the cat. Shit. Little kitty moving left. Anyway. Why is it that only as human beings we care about like intellectualism and whatever, and using our mental faculties? No other creature, no other animal cares about these types of things. That's so interesting. Doesn't that really make you kind of wonder why us human beings are so like atypical, abnormal, why we care about like intellectualism and reasoning, etc and stuff like that? No other animal seems to care about these types of things. That's like so weird. Only as human beings we seem to care about like intellectualism and reasoning and etc and stuff. That's so interesting. Wonder why that is. Anyway, the topic of this video is like obviously about intellectualism and reason and etc. That is so important. Why? Because it's the only thing that sets us human beings apart from all the other animals on this planet. Intellectualism and us human beings using our big brains to reach enlightenment. That's what's so important, guys. That's what sets us apart from all the other animals on this planet. That's why I really encourage you guys to use your brains and etc and to become more intellectual and bright and etc and stuff like that. That's what really sets us apart from all the other animals and creatures on this planet. Intellectualism and etc and stuff. without like us human beings using our big brains, we are like literally no different from all the other animals on this planet. The only thing that sets us apart from all the other animals on this planet is literally the fact that us human beings, we use our big brains, and we like kind of like we use our big brains, we become like more intellectually gifted. We use our big brains and we like carefully try and reach for enlightenment and intellectualism. We use our big brains and we try and reach for enlightenment and intellectualism. That's really important, guys. That we're not just, as human beings, we aren't just like fucking brain dead. Why is it that only as human beings we care about like intellectualism and whatever you want to call it? Why is it that no other type of animal cares about these types of things? I wonder if it's because, again, yeah, maybe perhaps it is because most of the other animals on this planet are kind of more or less brain dead. Only us human beings are like very cognitively advanced. But anyway, intellectualism and reason, that is so important, guys. That is so important and crucial. That's the only thing that sets us human beings apart from all the other animals on this planet. That's the only thing that sets us apart from like all the other types of creatures on this planet is intellectualism. Us human beings, we use our big brains and etc. and stuff. And we engage in like philosophy and intellectualism. That's like so important, guys. Intellectualism, reason, you gotta embrace that. It's the only thing that sets us apart from all the other types of creatures and animals on this planet. Think about it carefully. No other animal has these types of abilities to become intellectual, to be intellectual, to like care about reason and etc. and stuff. No other animal has these types of abilities. Only as human beings, we're so like abnormal among all these other types of animals and creatures and life forms on this planet. Although obviously a lot of us human beings, a lot of us are like just kind of brain dead as well. So maybe perhaps I'm being kind of like too generous, I don't know. But like in regards to like us humans being like very intelligent, only a couple of us are, I guess, I don't know. More or less a lot of us are just kind of brain dead, I don't know. Why is it that only as human beings we have like become so like advanced intellectually? No other animal has managed to get to our level. Isn't that interesting, man? Isn't that very interesting? No other animal has gone to our level. Most of the other animals on this planet are more or less brain dead. That's so interesting, guys. Most of the other animals on this planet more or less are brain dead. Only as human beings we are like intellectually gifted and inclined. Why is that though? It really makes you wonder why. Obviously this is like, I hope this video motivates you to like start to care about intellectualism a lot more and reason a lot more. Remember guys, that's the only thing that sets us apart from all the other animals on this planet is intellectualism and reasoning and etc. and stuff. Intellectualism is so important, reason is so important. Does it all go back to like, I wonder what the earliest like the earliest human being that was like intellectual, probably the Greeks. What are like some of the most earliest civilizations that cared about like intellectualism? Probably were the ancient Greeks, maybe the Persians, maybe like the Han Chinese and the Vedic people in India as well. Intellectualism is so important, guys. Intellectualism is so important, guys. Caring about intellectualism. That's the only thing that sets us apart from all the other animals on this planet. Intellectualism, guys. Reasoning and etc. and stuff. That is so important. Without intellectualism and reason, we're literally no different from like all the other creatures on this planet. I wonder why it's only us human beings that we care about like we can become like intellectually inclined and stuff and become smart and use our big brains. No other animal has the capabilities to even attempt to do this. No other animal has these types of like capabilities and abilities for intellectualism, only us human beings. Wonder why that is though. Wonder why that is. That no other animal has these types of intellectual abilities. I don't know, anyway. Intellectualism, reason. Bands out there. Intellectualism and reasoning and etc. And that is so important, guys. Without that, we're literally no different from all the other animals on this planet Earth. You gotta become more intellectually inclined. You gotta start to care more about like intellectualism and reasoning, etc. and stuff. That is like so much more, so important. Intellectualism is like so important, guys. Without intellectualism. Alright, guys. The camera quickly got too hot and it turned off. Look, I told you I was going to show you this. All the bags I have covering my window. Because there's like people outside and they're doing construction work, and I had to pull all these bags up on the window side. Just so that they don't get a look at what I'm doing in here anyway. But anyway, so yeah, my GoPro Hero 9, the camera got too hot and it quickly turned off. Not a big deal though. Don't want to keep wasting time on like explaining what happened to my camera. It's the same old issues anyway. But really, what I wanted to talk about now is like probably should lie on my bed. God, man. The reason is so important. Like reason, intellectualism, all of that is so important, guys. You can't be an ignorant retard. You have to like embrace intellectualism and reason and etc. and stuff. You have to embrace intellectualism and reason and etc. That is so important, guys. Intellectualism and reason. That is like so important, guys, that you embrace intellectualism and reason and etc. You don't just stay ignorant and retarded. That's what, quite honestly, a lot of people don't really care too much about like becoming intellectual or becoming smart. They just stay ignorant and stupid, and that's kind of like a tragedy. Intellectualism is so important, guys. You need to embrace it. You can't be ignorant, you can't be dumb. You gotta like become smart. What does that mean to become smart anyway? What does it mean to become smart? Intellectualism is so important, guys. Becoming intellectually inclined. Your mental faculties, improving upon your mental faculties, getting more intellectualism done into you and etc. Just kind of looking at my face. Sorry, it's very late now. I kind of feel a little bit lightheaded anyway, but intellectualism is so important, guys, that you embrace intellectualism and you become very smart. That's the only thing that separates us human beings from all the other animals and creatures on this planet is intellectualism. Intellectualism, that is so important. Reason and intellectualism. There's literally, without that, we are no different from all the other types of creatures on this planet. Without like intellectualism and reason, we're literally no different from all the other animals and creatures on this planet Earth. That's why I encourage you guys to become more intellectually inclined. It's so important, guys, that you don't stay ignorant and stupid. Reason, the topic of this video is about reason. Look at this shit. I also wanted to show you this. Look, you know, for one of my figurines, I finally got like this is like kind of a big fat side tangent. I don't know if you guys like side tangents. For one of my figurines, I kind of quickly built, like, finished off building like a display case. But this is like one of my like holy grails I want to show you guys. There you are. Built like this nice little display case. Might as well show it off. Some of my figurine collections. It's kind of like a little bit of a. That's a big fat side tangent, guys. It's like sort of like a side tangent. Yes. Anyway, that's like a big fat side tangent, guys. But anyway, intellectualism and reason, that is so important. You cannot stay ignorant and retarded. You gotta embrace intellectualism. You gotta become more mentally, like, sharpened, more like intellectual. You cannot be an ignoramus The whole point of this video is about like the fact that you need to like improve upon your mental faculties and embrace like reason and intellectualism. If you're gonna stay ignorant and dumb, that's like kind of on you then, I guess. I don't know. If you don't want to embrace intellectualism and reason, that's kind of on you guys. You're not gonna like, but your life is gonna be so worse off. I'm telling you, you're not gonna like feel any type of fulfillment, real fulfillment. You're gonna be like kind of so lost. Intellectualism and reason, that's what helps us human beings become enlightened, and that's enlightenment. You should want that. I mean, or maybe not. Maybe you want to stay ignorant and dumb. I don't know. It's on you though. In my videos, I just give you some advice. That's about it. It's always on you to act upon that advice. I just give you advice, some heads up. That's it. It's on you to like kind of like to act upon it and etc. and stuff. I'll just give you some advice, and it's on you to act upon it. Anyway, regardless of all of this, the video is about to end. Only a couple of seconds left now. Yeah, definitely, for sure. Intellectualism and reasoning and reasons and stuff, that's so important. You must embrace that. You cannot stay ignorant and dumb and retarded. Although it's always on you. I'm just giving you some advice and a heads up, and I think the video is about to end, and that's about it, guys. That's about it.